Welcome, dear subscribers. Before we start our journey, let's take a moment to connect with the divine. May the universe imbue you with wisdom and guide you on your path to enlightenment. May the stories we share not just entertain, but also enlighten, offering insights into the mysteries of life and the human spirit. Now let us delve into the life of a man who was once a prisoner of his desires, but eventually became a beacon of divine wisdom. Welcome, dear seekers. Our tale begins with a man, once a slave to his desires, now a messenger of divine wisdom. His story, originating from the serene banks of the river Ganges, is one of transformation, from skepticism to deep faith. This man in his youth was ensnared by the alluring trap of worldly pleasures. He was particularly beguiled by the intoxicating allure of women, a passion that led him to pursue hidden corners of pornography and self-indulgence. He dismissed this as a passing phase, a harmless distraction. Yet, as the days turned into months, and months into years, this distraction morphed into an insatiable craving, distorting his understanding of genuine intimacy. His descent into this quagmire of moral decay was gradual, but relentless. His quest for physical satisfaction blinded him to the spiritual degradation it entailed. As he chased after these ephemeral delights, he ventured into forbidden territories, indulging in acts that he would later recognize as detrimental to both his physical health and soul. His life, once vibrant and full of promise, was now overshadowed by an all-consuming darkness. His actions, once driven by youthful exuberance, were now dictated by his insatiable desires. His journey had deviated from the path of righteousness and plunged into a realm of moral corruption. Then, on a chilling October night, he was abruptly thrust into a realm of unimaginable terror. He found himself in a desolate cell, in the company of monstrous entities, radiating a palpable malevolence. In the confines of this terrifying cell, he was forced to confront the harsh reality of his life choices. This cell, a metaphor for the hellish consequences of his actions, shook violently, casting them into a fiery abyss. The agony he experienced was beyond mere physical pain. Amidst the inferno, he realized that these demonic beings were the puppet masters of his sinful existence on earth. As the days passed, his life spiraled further into darkness, until one fateful October night, his awakening was at hand. It was time for the divine to intervene to pull him back from the brink of eternal damnation. On this October night, he found himself thrust into a realm of terror and despair. The man's world shifted abruptly, plunging him into a chilling nightmare, an eerie echo of his own moral descent. A desolate cell became his prison, a chilling embodiment of his spiritual isolation. Within this grim chamber, he was not alone. He found himself in the company of monstrous entities, their grotesque forms a stark reminder of his own inner demons. These beings, towering and terrifying, exuded an energy that was palpably malevolent. The walls of his confinement began to tremble, a deep, resonating quake that sent shivers down his spine. The floor beneath him cracked open, revealing a fiery pit that seemed to stretch into eternity. Engulfed by flames, he was cast into this inferno, an agonizing manifestation of his earthly transgressions. The torment he endured was beyond the scope of human comprehension. It was a pain that transcended the physical, seeping into the very essence of his being. In the heart of this fiery abyss, he felt the scorching heat of his own guilt and regret. Each flickering flame seemed to echo the countless moments of his life. Moments spent in pursuit of fleeting pleasures, moments that had led him astray from the path of righteousness. The torment he experienced was not merely physical. It was an intense, soul-wrenching anguish that stemmed from the realization of his spiritual decay. Amidst the flames, he was struck by a harrowing truth. The grotesque beings that had tormented him were not foreign entities. They were manifestations of his own vices, his own misguided choices. In this fiery pit, he saw the reflection of his own soul, tarnished by years of indulgence and neglect. The demonic beings that surrounded him were not merely his tormentors, they were his puppeteers, orchestrating his life of sin and debauchery. His descent into this terrifying realm was not a random act of fate, but a direct consequence of his actions. Amidst the flames, he came to a chilling realization. These demonic beings had been his puppeteers all along. His journey into this realm of despair was a stark reminder of the power of choice, of the profound impact our decisions can have on our spiritual well-being. The man's harrowing experience serves as a poignant warning, urging us to tread carefully on the path of life. In the depths of his torment, a divine messenger appeared, delivering a profound message. This celestial envoy, an angel, embodied a radiant brilliance that pierced through the gloom of the fiery pit. The angel's words, spoken with an authority that resonated throughout the terrifying abyss, were a stark contrast to the malevolent whispers of the grotesque beings. The angel's message, a divine decree, emphasized the dire consequences of indulging in sexual misconduct, stressing that such actions were a direct path to damnation. The man, immersed in this revelation, felt a deep sense of regret. His heart clenched as he realized the severity of his past actions, his pursuit of physical pleasure at the cost of his soul's salvation. His reaction to the angel's message was as swift as it was profound. The scales fell from his eyes, and he saw the reality of his life for what it was: a hollow existence fueled by worldly desires, devoid of any spiritual fulfillment. This revelation was like a sharp blade, cutting through the fog of his past misconceptions, exposing the ugly truth of his wayward journey. But along with this harsh realization came an unexpected gift. The angel's message was not just a warning, it was also a beacon of hope. It pointed towards the possibility of redemption, of breaking free from the chains of his past indiscretions, and embarking on a path towards divine grace. This divine intervention marked a turning point in his life. The man awoke from his nightmare, soaked in sweat, his heart pounding with a new determination. His spiritual awakening was akin to a phoenix rising from the ashes, reborn and ready to embrace a new path. His transformation was not just a personal victory, it served as a powerful testament to the transformative potential of faith. His journey from a life mired in sin to one of spiritual enlightenment serves as a stark warning and a beacon of hope for others who may be veering from the path of righteousness. Awakening from this nightmare, he was reborn, ready to embrace a new path. His tale, a cautionary narrative of redemption, serves as a testament to the profound impact of divine intervention. And so we are reminded of the timeless truth. Our life choices have lasting consequences, and it is never too late to change our course. As we journey along with our protagonist, let us pause for a moment of reflection. The scene transitions to a serene setting, a stark contrast to the fiery pits of the previous scenes. The soothing sound of a gentle stream, the rustling leaves, and the soft chirping of birds fill the background. In this moment of tranquility, let's offer a prayer for our viewers, our fellow seekers on this path towards divine grace. The voiceover grows softer, adopting a solemn tone. May your hearts be filled with the light of wisdom, guiding you away from the snares of worldly temptation. May your souls find the strength to resist the fleeting allure of physical pleasure, choosing instead the path of spiritual fulfillment. The voiceover pauses, allowing the audience to absorb the prayer. May this tale serve as a beacon illuminating your journey, and may you find the courage to make choices that echo not in fleeting moments, but in the timeless realm of eternity. The scene closes with a moment of silence, allowing the prayer to resonate with the viewers, before the narrative continues with the protagonist's message to the world. Now he shares his message with the world, a plea for spiritual redemption. This man, once entrapped by his own desires, now beckons us to abandon the temporal pleasures of the flesh and align our lives with the divine. He calls us to reflect on the fleeting nature of worldly joys and to recognize the profound, lasting impact of our life choices. He emphasizes the importance of maintaining a spiritual compass, guiding us away from the pitfalls of moral corruption. He implores us to cherish our souls, to foster a deep, nurturing connection with the divine, and to seek fulfillment beyond physical gratification. The man's transformation is a powerful testament to the redemptive potential of faith. He encourages us to consider his experience not as a mere tale of terror, but as a wake-up call, a stark reminder of the consequences of straying from the path of righteousness. His tale stands as a beacon of hope and caution, inviting us all to join his journey towards divine grace. Remember, dear seekers, our choices echo into eternity.